Hello, and welcome to Scarlet Serpent readings. Thank you for joining me for this timeless mini collective reading. And this reading was actually a viewer request, so I want to thank you for the suggestion. And I haven't done one of these in a while, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to use this kind of reading style. But it's going to be a friendship connections reading. So I'll just have a couple cards for you on this side, a couple cards for your friend that you're thinking about or just want to get this reading on, and then we'll kind of describe what the connection is like. And this is going to be like I said, a mini reading, so fairly short and to the point. And the window's open, so if it's windy, well, that's what the sound is coming from. So your friend, we'll get a couple cards to describe this a little bit more. Oh. Leave this like that. Oh, go ahead, move that over. Okay. And then we'll kind of bridge the gap in a second. I get a sense, in a way, that this is like the overall energy. So for yourself, I don't know, very content, secure, independent energy here, while I think maybe your friend is feeling a bit left out in a way, or just neglected, or even envious of your energy. Not always, but they almost feel as though something in their life is missing. And maybe I think that this is because of your spiritual nature, that you've done sort of that spirit work of taking care of oneself, being aware of your mental energy, your energy in general, and that amount of time that you've spent taking care of yourself is reflected in your energy, in your in your mood in a lot of ways. That is to say that there is still some sort of, I don't know, for some of you it might be heartbreak or something like that, but I just feel like this card represents an increased focus on the heart center. And it does say Heart of Wands, so I don't know, I think that your heart is expanding. On this side, though, we're getting inspiration. I do think they learn a lot from you. So maybe there's been recently a sudden inspiration to dive into spirituality, but otherwise it would just be more of pursuing their own goals. And I know that, I don't know how that might sound, but when I say pursue their own goals, I mean not family, not trying to impress other people, but they're learning from you, from the fact that you set your own priorities, you follow your own heart, you forge your own path, and they're learning that, and they are inspired by that. You have the Three of Wands underneath here. I'm seeing kind of like bridging the gap, but you're very focused in the mind. You know what you want. You don't know how to get it, but there's a determination here, and that determination is missing here. That focus is kind of missing, but they're acquiring those skills through interacting with you. So let's kind of see how you two are interacting. What's the connection actually like? And I'll put those cards kind of going this way. So on the surface, beneath the surface, and I guess where the friendship is going. So what's this connection like? Surface, beneath the surface. I have to put it down because I will forget. And then where is this connection potentially going? Five of Swords. Very interesting. We'll clarify these cards a little bit, but it does seem like there's a transition. Maybe that's why you're asking about it, and maybe for some of you, because this is a collective mini reading, I mean, it's always the case that to take what resonates and leave the rest, but I said west. But anyway, we have 2 3s here, so I don't know if one of you is looking for new friends. It might be this person, and it's not a relationship, so it's not like, there can only be one friend in the friend slot. It's not a video game where you only have so many members in your party, and when you fill that out, just someone's on the bench. That's not the case. And even if it was, guess what? You're perfectly okay with that. You enjoy your own presence. You're at that level of being self-sufficient, self-sustaining. Although you welcome company, it's not a requirement. And I think your heartbreak has empowered you to seek love within yourself. That being said, I don't know, I feel as though there's new partnerships coming in for both of you, more likely for this person kind of seeking out someone who enjoys maybe the things that most people would, go into bars, things like that. 5 of Swords is a more kind of sneaky, shady energy in the bottom. It could potentially be stemming from this new person coming in. We'll get another card for that, but I don't know. I don't want to say that the friendship is potentially ending, but there's a lot of shifting energy. We'll get another card to clarify both of these, all of these. Let's put this back. I didn't look at it. I just wanted to make sure I just like touching the cards and seeing. So on the surface level, some clarification on this Death card, where it seems like the relationship is ending, or the friendship is ending, I should say. So maybe this person is being influenced by an outside source with the Spirit of Swords, King of Swords energy, which would explain this level of deception and traps. I don't think this is something you'd fall for. Or maybe this person reminds you of an ex. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was an ex, but that has that sort of deceitful, lying energy that you're used to, that you're aware of, and maybe this person hasn't had the experience or has the intuition to recognize these red flags. And I think you would naturally, with that being said, would naturally just kind of put this wall. Be like, okay, I'm not dealing with that. You can reach out to me when you're done with this foolishness. But otherwise, I don't know. If there's a third party that's coming in the near future, I guess just take note of this reading as you will. And I think this person is aloof, unaware of this influence, that maybe this person has everything they need to succeed, to be happy, more than enough financially, more than enough hobbies and opportunities, but they don't see it because this person is convincing them that there's greener grass on the other side, and that there's more that they could be obtaining, a different sort of lifestyle. I would imagine someone like, I can only speak from living in South Florida, where there can be those friends who, I don't have these friends, by the way, but who value kind of going to clubs, dressing up. I mean, of course, once in a while, but I can't believe how expensive going to a club, at least used to be, as far as I remember, kind of like $100 just to get in, and it's not even, you don't get a drink with that, but just the idea of spending just to show that you have money. And there is a lot of that with this eye being here, it's almost like a showmanship, a sense of showmanship. And for you, I think, while you definitely, that energy of fire, of passion, of attraction is seeping out of you, I don't think it's on a superficial level, which is maybe a lesson with the star and the sage being there, that this is a lesson that they're learning. So this is kind of, I would just be mindful and keep all this drama on that side. And you can always, of course, be for them when they come to the realization. But what's also interesting is the flowers. So this transformation that they're going through, I feel that you've gone through. Okay, we can go ahead and clarify this Three of Cups. Temperance and the Tower. So yeah, I feel like this Tower might have to do with this death card going in. This doesn't necessarily mean there's a divide between you two, but it is present in a way. I do feel as though they'll get their karma for not only kind of leaving you to the side, but for neglecting themselves and their own inner wisdom. And then we'll get a card for this. Eight of Wands. Let's get a... Well, no. I don't need another card. This is all about the communication. This is all about what this person is saying to them, which is making them turn their ear, turn away from their intuition. I don't think we need too many more cards. I'll do an oracle for you, the person, and the connection between you, and I guess that should be it. Epiphany for you. Accomplishment. I think that this sense of accomplishment is something that they're looking for. What is success? And who's influencing the measures of success for this person? Maybe this epiphany for you is that, I don't think this person's as good a friend as they could be. But what's this middle card? What's the connection between you two right now? Grief. Yeah, so there is a bit of a divide, I think, between both of you at this time. I think they're very much in their mind, and I think maybe there's a sense of envy or jealousy or something like that you seem to be well put together, even though whatever this is happened, or this person happened, or whatever, that they seem to be very much affected by it, and you're just shrugging it off, where it's just like, well, that's their opinion. I don't really care. I'm very secure within myself, and that's causing potentially a rift. Let's just get one card for advice regarding this connection, and then we close out the reading. Just one card, please. Waterproof. I think that's you, waterproof. Kind of the resistance to this rush of emotional turbulence. Maybe one more of this, but notice that this is the number 8. I just get a strong sense of strength here. We have 3 threes, which is, of course, a master number. In this case, it just feels like a number of focus, of intention. This card, Saturn being there. And then we did have the 3 of something or another, the 3 of Cups. So, yeah, maybe one more card. Just one more card. What does this mean? Risk. Proof risk. I think the risk has something to do with something that they want to pursue. They might not want to pursue this thing alone, so they'll try and drag you into it. But more likely with the water at the bottom as well, the risk coming from water, the risk coming from, again, emotional turbulence with the tower. I'm just noticing the movement of water being significant in this reading, and I think that while you do have empathy, you also have your logic, your mind, and your intuition, which is naturally causing a divide. Even with this branch here being a branch that you put up, it's almost blocking. Let me go ahead and show this to you a little closer. If we could do that. There we go. You see that? That is a wand that you created specifically to block this from entering into your energy. With Aries being there, what's interesting as well is that this is your Aries, and while maybe the Tower and this King of Swords aren't particularly, they aren't exactly related. They might be, of course, depending on the situation, but I feel like the tower moment is your doing, and it was with the intention of kind of breaking the false foundations that could have been brought about by this Five of Swords, the false perceptions, and it's all kind of crashing down. This person's getting soaked with that, and it's not to wish bad upon them. I think that whatever's going on between you two and beyond is really a lesson for them, for their own growth, for just being mindful of their sources of information, and an opportunity for you to reflect on how far you've come from being so easily influenced and manipulated by outside unreliable sources. So yeah, pretty quick to the point reading. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you again for the recommendation for this topic, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.